Hi everyone, my name is Mette. Today I shall be reviewing the movie The Blues Brothers, which is one of my favorites. The Blues Brothers was my pick this week for Movie Club Strikes Back, and if you haven't heard about Movie Club Strikes Back, don't worry because I've collected everything you need to know about us down below. Twitter, Facebook and YouTube, so go check that out. We make a lot of movie reviews each week, and then we have a hangout where we talk about all things movie and TV related. So, The Blues Brothers. One of my all-time favorite movies. I have so many fond memories of watching this with my dad and listening to the soundtrack. So I had to review this. Now, Blues Brothers is a movie from 1980 starring Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi as the main characters, but a lot of different other people and famous people in this. The story centers about two brothers, Jake and Elwood, who have previously had a band together called the Blues Brothers. They've been doing a bunch of criminal stuff, which is why the beginning of the movie starts with Jake actually getting out of prison. So they're trying to get back to their normal life, and they find out that the orphanage where they have grown up can't actually afford to keep going, and they will be shutting down unless they make enough money. So they debate, should we do this, should we not? Until Jake receives a mission from God, which is basically what this movie is about. That he gets a mission from God that they should do this, they should help save the orphanage, and they should make enough money. And how should they do this? By bringing the band back together and be the Blues Brothers yet again. The brothers set out on a quest to sort of gather the bandmates back again after the last breakup of the Blues Brothers. And once they get all these bandmates together, they're gonna play a huge charity concert where they're gonna make enough money to actually pay so this orphanage can survive. But do they actually ever make it there? Because they obviously can't keep their dirty hands out of crime, and they are in a bunch of trouble with the law, which means that this movie is basically one big police chase. Probably more car chases actually than in Fast and Furious. Also a lot of more car crashes than the Fast and Furious. In fact, I've heard somewhere that this movie has probably the most car crashes and the biggest car chases ever. And the fact is that in all these car chases, nobody gets hurt, ever. The warning goes that if you do not like music in your movies, this is not a movie for you. I don't think you would enjoy it as much as I do. The movie does have a great story, but the music is a really big part of that, and you can't separate music and movie. They are one cohesive unit, and actually if you did take one part out, if you took the music out, for me it would not be the same experience. There are so many great songs in this movie, and a lot of them are done by, for example, Aretha Franklin and James Brown, who do a lot of great work, and it's just, it gives this music so much credit that they actually have these amazing people doing their songs. These are songs that stick with you, and they give the whole movie meaning. And I mean, how can you not love Jailhouse Rock by John Belushi? That's just fantastic. Let's talk about acting. For me, everybody in this movie do a perfect job acting. I enjoy all the performances, and I do think that they all bring a little bit of uniqueness to the whole craziness that is Blues Brothers. I mean, it's difficult for the two main characters, for Jake and Elwood, to ever show an emotion because they always have their sunglasses on, and I mean, it takes an actor to really act through that and not use their eyes as expressions of their emotions. And this is my favorite ever Dan Aykroyd performance, and this is how I will forever remember Dan Aykroyd. And this is also an amazing John Belushi performance, not only the singing but the acting as well. And everybody just does such a great job. Now the plot is not all that interesting. I mean, if you were to read on the back of a box, boring, skip to the next one. But I promise you, take the 1.5 hours to actually watch this movie, because the way that they use the music makes up for the fact that the plot is kind of lackluster. For me, the one thing I did not enjoy too much were the overly excessive and crazy car chase scenes, because there are a lot of car chases and there are a lot of cars being flipped and crashed and whatever, and for me, if I've seen it for 5 minutes, that's it. I don't need it anymore. I don't need it for half an hour in this movie. For me, it's iconic now because that is just a movie. But if I were to say anything bad about it, I would say that that was just too much. Everything just goes back to the music because it's the music that makes this movie. And the soundtrack is fantastic. You can listen to all of the songs without it. And if you don't want to watch the movie, please just listen to some of the sounds, to some of the tracks in this movie because they are quite unique and you have possibly heard a lot of them. I know that some of them are also sort of covers of other songs. I would so highly recommend this movie because it's meant such a lot to me, this movie. It's something that it's a comfort for me to go back and watch this. I enjoy watching it every time, and every time I take something new from it. And the movie teaches us about the love of music and the love of doing something good, even though it's gonna hurt you in the end, and about brotherly love and about friendship, and I just really like that. For me, if you know anything about me, you know that I love Moulin Rouge and Grease and all that, so any movie that has music in it just, it tugs at my heart. So I would definitely recommend this movie. However, if you do not like movies that have a lot of music in it and have a lot of musical numbers, not necessarily like they do a bunch of dancing and stuff like that, you can't escape the fact that music takes up a lot of space in this movie. This movie has music in it, it has a lot of comedic elements, it doesn't really have any drama, but it just has a lot of fun. And I think that if you like music, you like something to be funny, you like some action, this movie has basically everything, and I think that you could find at least one thing that you would love in this movie. So please go watch this. I can't stress enough how much I love this movie. If this was a scale of 10, I would give it a 15 just because I can. Because it's my review, fuckers. I don't really know what else to say. This movie is brilliant, but it's also extremely comical and really weird at some points. So have patience when watching this movie. Don't quit after 5 minutes because it will get really, really good, and I will tell you that the music will weigh up the plot line that is kind of boring, to say the least. And also there is a car chase inside of a mall, so there's that. Okay guys, I think that's it for now. I can't really find anything else to say. Great acting, great movie in general, great music. Could have done without all the car chases, but that just adds to the charm of it, adds to how ridiculous some of it is. But yeah, overall I love this movie. I hope that if you watch it, you have the same experience that I do. But I know that also I love this movie because it's been such a big part of my childhood and growing up. Because I've listened to this soundtrack so many times. It means a lot to me that I can't actually have anything bad to say about this movie because it brings back such great memories of watching this with my dad when I was a kid. I like the fact that I have these memories that I can watch this movie a few years and still feel the same way and still remember how much fun I have watching movies with my dad. So this one's for you, Dad. That's it for this week. Please head over to Movie Club Strikes Back to see the reviews that all the other awesome people have done. And also check out the pick for next week's Movie Club Strikes Back. If you want to join it, just leave a review on your channel, hashtag it MC Strikes Back, and we will find it and we will put it in a big playlist. Or send it to me on Twitter or anything else and we will find you. Alright, that is it for me. I will stop filming now. I think I've filmed for 25 minutes and I'm gonna try to keep this review under 10 minutes, which is gonna be really bad. But anyways, I hope you like it. Please hit the like button, please subscribe if you hadn't. My name is Mette and I thank you so much for watching.